What's up, guys? It's Thursday, November 3rd. It's 10:53 a.m. and this is the crypto market update. So we're going to start off with the dollar, and we saw the dollar start after the Federal Reserve meeting. It kind of followed what we were expecting to a T, how we said that the dollar would likely rise into the meeting and then it would fall after the meeting, and then we were expecting it to come down more, but it ended up reversing very quickly yesterday. You can see by the wick, or you can see by the instant snapback here. So the video yesterday, we were saying, yeah, we expected to fill this gap up here. There was a gap, and right over here we're expecting, and we ended up pulling down, came up. Actually, let me go to a 15-minute. Oh, the gap was right here. So we were saying that we're going to come down, maybe make another low, pull back up to fill the gap when the meeting started, and then ultimately come down to retest that trend line that we were saying from yesterday. We did that, but then we immediately had a rally. We pumped back up, taking out these highs, and the crypto prices came down as a result of that. And we were saying in the video that we needed to get rejected at the 112 to 113 key level, but we took out the 112. We're at 112.57 right now, but we did find the rejection right at 113. And the reason being is, if we take this high to this low, you stretch it out, and bam, right there, we hit the 786 Fibonacci retracement. We had about 8 hours, so the 4-hour candle, another 4-hour candle, and it's about to close in like 4 minutes here. And we've gotten rejected so far from that point. So if I go on the 1-hour chart, you can see we started to have smaller candles come up to this. We had a fake out, pop above, and now we're breaking back down. I want to see follow through today. If we go to the 30-minute chart, you can see that now we're crossing down the stock RSI, TSI, MACD. And right now the RSI is above the 50 line. I'd like to see that break through. So it's looking pretty good as far as, hey, that could have been the retracement that we needed to ultimately start making our way down here, making new lows again. Because if I pull the Fibonacci retracement from this top to this bottom here, stretch it out, that 786 is where we found a rejection point here and then here. And now we take this new high to this low now, this high to that low, and now we're finding the same rejection at the 786. So that's a good sign, because when we didn't break above the 786 up here, and if we can stay not breaking above it up here at 113, then it's looking good. Because 114, if we break above that with force, it's not going to be good. So finding this rejection point at 113, very good, very good. I like to see that. And ultimately, I want to see us break down below 112 now again. And now we have to start working down these levels. But for the time being, it's looking all right. So it's Thursday, so I'm going to go to the weekly chart and see how that's shaping up. We're seeing the cross down still, cross down, so all good there. Let's go to the 3-day chart. And we're looking like we want to cross up, but we'll have to see by the end of the day today. You can see even like the trend line of this too. 12-hour chart I'll go down to. Like rejection. And then we were finding this trend line as like a support, like that. So ultimately, if we do start heading down here and on the 12-hour chart, we get below the EMA ribbon again, we'd likely retest the 200 moving average. That's going to be pulling up here. And then at that point, we need to break down. And that'd be a nice, you can see, we take this, bring it down here, and it'd be looking like we'd be going to 105, 105.5. And then if we take this low to this high, so I'm going to take this low to this high, stretch it out, that could bring us to the 786 down here. And then it's like, all right, are we going to get supported here and then start our way back up? I would say that if we do come down to here, it's going to be a big move as far as cryptos go, but we'd likely have to come back up, get rejected by the 200 moving average. We'd have the EMA ribbon coming down, and then we can ultimately keep going down here. But yeah, so that's what I'm seeing for the dollar. Now let's go to the 10-year yield bonds. Go to the 12-hour chart. We are seeing on the 12-hour chart, we're trying to cross up here. We could have like a fake out like this. So like how it looks like it's trying to cross, and then we keep going down here. So that's what I got my eye on for the bond yields. If I take this high to this low, stretch it out, you can see on the 4 hour, if I go down to that so we can get a better look, we found a rejection at the 702. 702 so far. So like we want to get rejected by 702, 786. That's 4.243%. Right now we're sitting at 4.13%. If I go down to the 1 hour chart, oh, you can see also too, this is actually good because, oh, this is actually really good because we had this trend line over here since August that we're holding as support, and we broke down below that recently. And now it looks like we came up to retest it as resistance. So this is what you like to see when you break a long-term trendline support like that, and then you come back up to it and get rejected. That's great. That's a great scenario for us to now pull down more over here. That's what we need to watch. So if I go to the 3-day chart, just check how the momentum's looking. It's looking like it's going down in the stock RSI. TSI looks like it wants to curl. Same with the MACD. So I do believe we're still in for a little breather as far as the dollar, as far as the bond yields, but we got to watch those key levels. Nothing's ever set in stone in trading. And with crypto, it being so volatile and 24/7, things can change on a dime. So that's why we have to outline these key levels and be prepared to adapt if the time comes. So now let's go to the NASDAQ 100. We came down here, huh? So we were at 11,500. Now we're at 10,800. We're retesting that key level that we were been saying. If I take this low to this high, all right, we retested the 786 retracement, and now we're having a nice wick come up here. I need to put an alert right there because if we break that level, man, it's just not good. If we go to the monthly chart, you can see why it's not good, because that means on the monthly chart, we're breaking the 50 moving average and the EMA ribbon over here. You can see the EMA ribbon start to close it in. We need to get above that level, like 11,000, 11,500 and hold, especially by the end of this month, or it's not going to be good. Because you can see like the only other time with the US NAS 100 that we have closed below the 50 moving average on the monthly chart was the Great Recession, Great Financial Crisis back here, 08, 09. And then likely it would be if we do close this monthly candle below the 50 moving average, likely the next following months is going to be brutal for the stock market. We don't know if cryptos will go in tandem with that, but we could see the similarities as far as if I take this, and this was the candle that closed below, it would be quick and it would be very, what's it called? Sharp. Because like right here, the candle right after on the monthly fell like 28%. And then we ultimately fell the following month, but not as bad. And then we had a couple months of just consolidating to find a bottom. And then we finally got out of there. So that could be the scenario. Who knows if cryptos will go in tandem with that, but we're just going to have to watch it. You know, like this is such a clean high time frame chart that like it's a key level where we're at. So if we don't hold it, then you know what's next for the stock market. If we take this low, well, let me show you this low to this high, stretch it out. You can see that we retested the 702 before going higher. So if we take this low now to this high, we would likely, if we had that scenario back here, come down to retest the 702, 786 before trying to head back up here, which is around 8,800 to 8,100, which is like a 20% fall right here. Yeah, 20 to 25%. It's kind of similar to back here as well too. So that's what we need to watch for that. Now let's go to the total crypto market cap, because on the 3-day chart, we're popping through this 50 moving average here. We need to see some follow through, take out this high. Ultimately, we would be testing the top of this EMA ribbon. And if we can break through that, we'd head up to here, the 200 moving average there. It does look promising. We can see, let me go to the weekly chart. Weekly chart, we got all this green here. We just can't flip to red because at the moment we flip to red, bam, we go down. We flip green, but it was a fake out here. But then red, bam, we went down. Now, ever since flipping green, we've kind of been in this consolidating range, accumulation range. And yeah, so we need to get above 1.06. This is the weekly chart of the crypto market cap, 1.06 trillion. We can get above there. That'll be a good sign. And then ultimately, I want to see us get back above that level. That was that level that in February we held as support, came down, bodies of the candles holding that support. This was that fake out breakdown to break back up. And then right here, this is where we sold off from. And then we got rejected, came down, and we haven't retested that point there yet. So that's around like 1.35, 1.33 trillion. That's the area I want to see us get above and hold that support. Let's go to Bitcoin. 6 hour chart. Actually, let me go to the 4 hour. So 4 hour chart right now, we are seeing some signs of like kind of like this pattern playing out. You see how it's like same similar kind of structure. So we should be finding a bottom here soon and a nice kind of bullish engulfing candle to get us back above the 50 moving average if we're going to keep continuing higher here with crypto, because like we're sitting on top of a key area that was serving as resistance. Now it's support. On the 6 hour chart, you can see the 200 moving average here. Let me pull the horizontal line and I'll mark that point. You can see that was the point that we chopped around in here. We broke above support, resistance, fake out, break back down, resistance. We got above. Now we're holding support again. Key levels. So like, I don't want to see us break down from this, especially with the 200 moving average sitting right there. I want to at least see on the 6 hour chart that we get back above the CMA ribbon. We break this trend line coming down like this, like that. And you can see that we're going to know by the end of the day today. If I go to the 1 hour chart, we can see a closer look as far as timing on this. We could just range all the way here and this could go until like Friday, but I don't see us just kind of consolidating and going like this for a while. I do see a move happening pretty soon here, either to the upside, breaking through that $20,400 to $20,550 level. We need to get above $20,550 for sure. And then if we break down through 20K, then we can start to target, 19,600, that level, the 786 down here. And we would have to hold that to a T. We would have to. 12 hour chart, we can see the stock RSI has cooled off, which is good. So I want to see us start to rally here with the price retest this 200 moving average on the 12 hours sitting around 20,800. And I want to see the stock RSI cross up through the 50 line, the MACD start to go curl back in here, and the TSI RSI seeing like it's holding support on the 50 line, which is good. And the EMA ribbon has flipped bullish after it not being bullish since back here around July 19th, July 20th. So we're seeing a change of the tides here. You can clearly see it. We're really kind of cooling up here. You can see, you can see this kind of curling pattern here. We're trying to really change the tide. We're trying to turn the ship around basically. And you can see that taking shape here. And then we can do it on this side as well too. And yeah, we're really converging here. We're getting close. And I saw a thing on Twitter too, like this looks very similar to on the 12 hour chart, I believe it was, or the daily back here. Like you can see that we're trying to change the tides here as well to turn the ship around. Similar thing here after a huge dump. Actually, let me just grab it. Yep, there we go. So very similar structure. That would mean if we're putting a time on this, we might just kind of grind our way up here the month of November. And then first week of December, all of a sudden, bam, we just go into January, February, March. We have I think we're going to have a huge Q1 of 2023. But I'm still like, we got to be prepared for anything here. Living in crazy times. So even though it looks like a huge Q1 for 2023, I'm definitely on caution alert for Q4 for the end of this year, basically, as far as just like any kind of false flag events, just things like that could really just change the direction of the market So that's what I'm looking for. It's on pace though. I'm not going to get scared out of position regardless. I'm a hodler anyways. So Ethereum, let's look at it. So we're holding above the 3-day for a couple candles, the 50 moving average on the 3-day for a couple candles now. It's all good. If we go to the weekly chart, you can see that we're crossing up here. All good, all good. Yeah, so we got good momentum with Ethereum right now. I do want to see us maintain and hold above 1600 and then ultimately take out these highs over here right there, which would coincide with the 50 moving average on the weekly coming down here too. We're going to see some good resistance at 2000 to 2200. So that's a level that if we can flip above, then Ethereum's going to do very well. Let's go to XRP. Let's go on the daily chart because we were watching a couple things. We were watching this on the top end, 200-day moving average. We're watching this saying that we need to get above that, hold as support. We tried consecutively a couple days to do that, but we had a wick come in, so we didn't get above and hold that support with the daily body candle. And we are watching the 50 moving average coming up here to act as support. And if not, we're looking at the bottom of the EMA ribbon. So far, so good. We are holding those levels. We didn't hold the 50, but we're holding the bottom of the EMA ribbon right now. So that is a key. We need to hold that level because if we don't hold that level, I'm telling you, we will come down, probably retest this red moving average, the 200 moving average. I want to see, maybe this is a SMA. I'm going to have to look at it. I don't know if it's a SMA or EMA, but because this yellow one is a 200 moving average too, but they're a little bit different. You can see, I think the red is EMA and the yellow is SMA. So I'm going to have to look into that real quick. But yeah, if we break 44.5 cents, we've been saying it, we're going to come down, retest like 41 to 42 cents. And at that point, it's like the risk is higher to even test 40 cents, 38 cents. So that's why like there's ways of hedging. So like if you don't want to sell your XRP, but you want to be protected and make money if it goes to the downside, you could just throw in a low leverage, like 2x, 3x short on Femex. And like if it goes down, okay, you're making some money because you have the short in, but also you're holding the actual asset. So there's so many hedging strategies you can do to be able to have exposure to the upside by holding XRP, but if it falls down here, still profit by having a low leverage short in. There's so many hedging strategies. So if you don't know about hedging strategies, anything like that, go on to Stargate's website. It will be in link in the bio. We have courses all about this stuff. We teach you how to hedge. We teach you everything when it comes to that. So XLM, let's go to it. Actually, let's look at the lower time frame, 12-hour for XRP, because we are seeing some signs of a turnaround. 12-hour TSI crossing in, MACDs, we're getting a white there. Stock RSI looking like it wants to curl up. So, all right, it would happen. We need to get above. I want to see at least 47 cents today because now we have this 50 moving average coming down. That was that same level where the 200-day moving average was up here. Now we have the 50 moving average pulling down around like 47 cents. So that would be a good sign if we can get above 47 cents. If I take this top to this bottom and 47.5 cents to 48 cents. If we can get above, hold that support, that's really what we need to see. And then right here, we have on the 12-hour chart, the 200 moving average and the 786 retracement sitting at 43.5 cents. And then if we broke that, we have the red moving average here at 200 sitting around like 40 cents. And then we have the 1618 extension from a breakdown from this sitting around 38, 39 cents. So that's why I'm saying, like, I believe if we break 44.5 cents, it's likely we come down to retest 42, 40 cents or 38 cents. That's why putting in like a low leverage short right now to hedge could be a good call if you think it's going to roll over. It really depends on if the dollar is going to keep breaking down here and how the Bitcoin's moving. If the dollar is going up, if Bitcoin's breaking down, the whole market's breaking down, dollar's really ripping, bond yields going up, it's probably likely XRP will retest these levels. But so far, it doesn't look like that's the case. It does look like we're getting rejected here. So I'm not going to put in a short right now, a low leverage one. But if I do start to see those signs pop up, I'm going to consider it to just make some money to the downside and then put that money that profit back in to spot XRP at a cheaper level while still maintaining my main position, you know? So let's go to Songbird real quick, see where that's at. Go to the daily chart. Actually, let's go to the 12 hour. 12 hour is pulled down here. Let's go to the 6 hour. Yeah, Songbird's just very illiquid. So like, even though it could look like it's going to fall off a cliff like this, all of a sudden it could just snap back up and go to like 2 cents. Like, so that's why it's very hard to do short-term analysis on Songbird. That's why I'm going out to the 3-day and I'm looking here and I'm saying, hey, we got a long entry. We're waiting for the vertical blue line for the buy now signal. We need to see the stock RSI cross through this 50. We need to see the TSI cross up. That will give me more of confirmation that, hey, the tides are turning for Songbird and we're about to head up here. The 1 week, we have the prepare to buy soon. We're waiting for the vertical blue buy now, which will come in from the stock RSI crossing up here. And the TSI, let me just go to the 5-day real quick. 5-day prepare to buy soon. We need to see, all we need to see now, because we have the signals flash, prepare to buy soon. Things are getting oversold. And for us to get the vertical blue line confirmation to buy now, we need to just see the momentum start to shift back up. So instead of looking at the lower time frame and trying to figure out with Songbird, especially because it's a liquid, we just need to zoom out a little bit and just watch for these momentum indicators. And if they cross up, we know it's time. And then if I take this low to this high, yeah, we're sitting right at the one right here, which is like these lows right here. So like, it's definitely a level that we should bounce from. Or we could, head lower here. But like with everything coming up with Flare and Songbird, I don't think that's going to be the case. I think it's just a liquid right now. We're going to see an announcement that just shoots it up. We got XRP dominance right here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to stop at right here right now. I'm not going to get into all these. My video editing software, for some reason, after like 25 minutes, it cuts off. So I'm working with the support team for my software to fix that. So I'm going to stop it here and I'm going to be doing a newsletter today. Dude, I found some things last night. It's crazy. Just every day, huge news. So I can't wait to share that with you guys. If you haven't already, join the Discord, link in the bio of this video. And if you haven't already, get your free crypto masterclass accelerator. Go to stargate-ventures.com, link in the bio as well too. Right on the main page, it says claim your free masterclass accelerator. Go get that. So I'll see you guys in the next video.